Hello everyone, welcome to Software Test Automation YouTube channel. Today we are going to see what is Selenium IDE. So here I have opened the official website of Selenium called selenium.dev, and here you can see Selenium. It has different projects in Selenium. One is Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, and Selenium Lead. So out of these three, uh, we are going to learn today what is Selenium IDE. Okay, so if you see here, like Selenium IDE is open source and record and playback test automation for web. So using the Selenium IDE, we can do the recording and we can play that recording for the web application. That's how we can automate the web application. Second thing, Selenium IDE doesn't require any additional setup other than just installing the extension in a browser. So as you know, in the Chrome browser and Firefox browser, we can install the different extensions. So it is one kind of extension present for the Chrome and Firefox browser. So for these two browsers, this extension is present. So you can use any browser, Chrome or Firefox. It doesn't no, it can be. So today we will see it on Chrome browser, okay, and I will show on Firefox browser also how we can install that extension. So what else about Selenium IDE? It has a very easy debugging available because we can add a breakpoint and pause the script and okay, so using pausing the script we can debug our Selenium IDE script. Okay, another last very important point, the Selenium IDE test you can run on any browser OS combination using the command line runner for Selenium IDE, which is something new that also we will see. Okay, so if you see here on this official website, uh, or you can go through uh, the direct link also, which I have mentioned here. Okay, how to install Selenium IDE browser extension. So if you see here, I have given the direct link, selenium.dev/selenium-ide, and navigate to bottom of the page and click on the Chrome download if you want to download this extension for Chrome, or you can directly search in google.com like Selenium IDE Chrome extension download, and you will get a first link. Click on that and then click on add button to add to Chrome button. Okay, let's see now how it works. So I have this Chrome browser. You can use any version. I have latest version of Chrome browser, so I will go to this Selenium page, and here I have download sections. Go to this download section, and here if you just scroll down a little bit, you will get a Selenium ID. Okay, so it is available for Edge also. Okay, so I will click on Chrome, and you can see directly it navigated to this link. So here it is asking me just click on add to Chrome button to add this extension. So I just clicked on add, again click on this button add extension, and it got downloaded. So this extension get installed very quickly. Okay, it doesn't require much time, like 2-3 seconds are enough. Now this extension is installed. Now we are getting remove option. Don't click on that. So just open a new tab. So how we can open this extension now? So you can see on the top of this page we have something called extensions here. You can see I have enabled a few extensions, or you can go to these three dots, more tools, and extension option. Okay, so here also you can find what are the extensions are installed. You can see I have installed the Selenium IDE just now. Okay, but how we can open it? I want to create a shortcut here on the top right. So for that we will click on this icon extensions, and here we have this pin option. I'll just enable this and disable other. I don't need other, and you can see the extension is enabled now here, Selenium IDE. So to open the Selenium IDE, we will click on this button, and here we will see the Selenium IDE pop-up. So this is your Selenium IDE Here we can create a different project, record the test, and play back the test. Okay, so let's see. We will see now how to create our first test. You will see here on the first on the top, like this is the Selenium IDE version 3.17.2, and we have different options. What you would like to do with this pop-up? Just record a new test, open existing project, create a new project, or close ID. So I want to create a new project. So I will click on create a new project. Okay. Okay, or you can directly, yeah, first option will also work. Record a new test in a new project. Okay, so on this pop-up, I am clicking on the record a new test in a new project. So first, it will ask you to enter the project name. So let's say Selenium ID project. So we can give any name. I am giving Selenium ID project. Click on OK. So once you create a project, it is asking which application you want to record. So here, let's say I will provide uh, the Selenium official website itself, this one. Paste the URL here, and we are getting option to click start recording. So click on start recording. Once we click on that, whatever the URL we have entered, that website is launched. And now, if I navigate here, any link if I open, on the bottom you can see Selenium ID is recording, that pop-up issue. So I'm just going to the different pages, projects, supports, blog, and finally I want to stop the recording. Here you can see in background this pop-up is open. I have just maximized, so it is still recording. I'll just click on stop recording on the top right corner. So it is asking me give the name. So I will give TC navigation demo. Click on OK. So under project, we created one test. Similarly, we can add new test also on using this button. Click on plus icon, and again it will ask you to enter the second test case name. So we can have a n number of test case in this left panel, and on the top we have add test button. And what happened, like when we recorded this this URL, it generated some actions here. So what are the things? Command. So whenever we click, automatically it recorded these commands in the background. And this is a target, means like where we need to click on the web page. So with the help of this target, it is just clicking, and we have not entered any value on that while recording in any text box or search box. So that's why it is blank now. Okay. So similarly, we have pause option, pause on exception. So I told you, right, it has very easy debugging. So we can pause on exception. We can save this project also. Let me save this. And you can see this the extension is a SID file. Okay, so I will show you this extension. The extension of the project of this Selenium ID will get saved with a .side. Okay, .side. Now I want to run this. You can see we can just click on each and every step which is recorded, and we can change this locator also if we want. But as of now, we will be not doing that one. I want to run this test. How we can run this? So you can see if we have multiple test cases, we have option to run all the tests. And if we have only one test case, we can click on this run option. Let's say I clicked on, and you can see it perform exact same thing which I have done. It clicked on all the links, and you can see that now it is showing the green ticks, means your test case is passed. And same thing we can see in the logs also. If there is any error, that also we can see in the this log section. Also we have this reference section. So this reference section will give the information about each command. This open command, what is the use of this open command, set window, click. So that information is also available here. So what we learn now, how to create a project in Selenium IDE, how to record a test, and how to play back the test, and how to see the logs and all these things. Okay, so here we have the speed also. So if you want to decrease your speed of execution because my test is running very fast and I'm not able to see it, so in that case we can just set the execution speed also. And now if I run the same test again, it will run slowly. You can see, click on download, documents, projects, supports, blog, and it got executed. And we are able to see the time also on the top, right? So this is my system time. Okay. So as I told you, like these are the target is the way the Selenium IDE is locating the element. So it is giving some other options also. Do you want to use XPath or these locators? That also we can do. Okay, but as of now we are not doing. So here we search how to create a project, and under that word multiple test cases. How to add a new test here again. Let's say I want to add a new test, so we can add it here like this one. I'm just giving some example. Download, click on add, and we can just start recording in this test also. So now how we will record in the second test case? It is just created, but it is blank. We have to click on record option, and it launch again. I'll go to downloads, scroll down, click on releases, click on close, and then I will stop the execution. Okay, and you can see now the second test is showing some steps. Let's say I want to run second test. Click on it. Click on download and clicked on the releases link, and execution is done. So we are able to run the second test also. So in case you, I'll just increase the speed again, and I will run both the test cases in one click. So you can click on this first icon, run all the test. Now it will run the both the test cases. First is running completed. Now it is running the second test, and now you can see in the log my both the test cases are completed and both are successfully run. Okay, so we have seen how to create project, how to add multiple testing project, how to run, how to stop the recording, how to save it. Okay, now I'll show one more option called, you can see here, a test suite option we have. So means we can have a multiple test suite under one project. So this test suite will have multiple test cases. So we can create a regression suite, sanity suite, uh, and under that we can add a test cases. So here you can see this is the default suite. I'll rename it to something meaningful. Let's say regression suite. And under that we can add a multiple test case. Another test case is there, right? So I'll just click on this three dot, add test, and select this second test also. So that's how I created the suite. I can create another suite also, sanity suite. Click on save. So we can have under one project we can have multiple suite. Under suite we can have multiple test cases. So that's how it works. So we can see all test suites and all these things. Okay, I hope like so whatever the things we have seen, these are very clear. Sorry. Now let's see if I have Firefox browser. The process is very similar. Okay, I don't have it, but the process is similar in Selenium Firefox browser also. So we have to go to download, and then we have this Firefox option. You will click on it, and then we have to click on this download Firefox and Git extension. Okay, so because I don't have Firefox, that's why I'm getting this option. You will get a option to add Selenium IDE to Firefox. Okay, remaining process are same. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. In next video we will see the another topic, like how we can use the command line runner which is available to run the test cases in a parallel. Okay, thank you.